Hi friends, welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I am Smita. Today we will be dealing with our shadow aspects. So what is bothering us, what is not right in our lives, what is the negative aspects, I won't say negative but yeah, unhealed aspects of our life that we are carrying, and what is it that we need to let go of. So I have seen that we all carry some or the other aspect within us that is challenging, that is unhealed, that is the shadow aspect of ourselves, and we get triggered when certain situations, certain people, by certain words that are said to us, we start getting defensive, we start getting reactive, we go into a shell. We all react in different ways as per our upbringing, or as per the shadow aspect we are carrying, or as per the habits and defense protective mechanisms, I say, we have created for ourselves. Somewhere these traumas emerge from our childhood, or they could also be past lives. But I see that somewhere these lessons and these parts that we need to heal, they are coming up more during this lockdown period. So I think this is a very good time to look at them, to recognize them, and to heal them. And that's the reason today I was guided to do a reading to go more in depth into this aspect of ourselves. What is the shadow aspect we are carrying? What do we need to heal? What are our fears, and how can we do the healing? So remember, never run away from the difficult part that you have within you, or the shadow part, or the unhealed part that you have. I understand it takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength to look at ourselves, our own doings, undoings, our own good and bad and ugly. But we are a compilation of all three, good, bad and ugly, and the sooner we accept that, the better. The problem is we try to project a very positive front to everyone. We try to project a very goody aspect of ourselves to everyone. And we hide that part. We are ashamed of that part. We feel guilty for that part that has done the wrong, or that has done broken rules, or whatever you may have done in your life. But we need to accept that that is also part of ourselves. We cannot run away from it. So the sooner we look at it, the sooner we accept that, okay, I am this. I may be very generous, but sometimes I behave like a miser. That's okay. Or sometimes I'm stingy. That's okay. We can be both things together. Sometimes I'm very loving, but sometimes I get very irritated and I'm very uncompromising. That's also okay. We all are like that. We all have that parts in us. We can't be good all the time. We can't be generous all the time. We can't be loving and compassionate all the time. We are also human. We are going to get triggered. Our situations, our environments are going to, trigger us and make us react differently. So it's okay. We have to accept that in us, and then forgive ourselves. Say sorry to ourselves and say sorry to the person we have hurt. There is no harm in saying sorry. There's nothing small. In fact, the person who apologizes always is the bigger person. So accept your mistakes, apologize for them, make changes, look at yourself, what is triggering you, why it is triggering you. Ask yourself the questions. Why it is triggering me? What do I need to learn here? What is the lesson I'm missing? Why is the situation repeating in my life? What am I not letting go? What am I holding on to? What am I, not looking at? What cycle am I stuck in? Normally, if you see, your behavior patterns are in cycles. Situation happens, you react. Again the situation, again you react. Same, you're going round and round like a hamster wheel in that same cycle. or someone says something, you get triggered, you behave in the same way, then you go into negativity, then you start drinking, smoking, then you'll cut off that person, then you'll, once your anger goes down, you'll come back. So we all are moving in certain cycles, behavior patterns and cycles, which we need to change, which we need to heal within us. So this is a good time to look at ourselves, heal ourselves, accept ourselves, and the sooner we do it, the higher we will be able to rise, the sooner we will get healed, the sooner we will get move into a higher vibration. So let us get on with the reading. I have 3 piles here, 1, 2 and 3. 1 is red jasper, 2 is green aventurine, and 3rd is amethyst. You can close your eyes, keep your hands on your heart, and you want to pause the video, you can pause it for a few minutes, few seconds, and decide which number do you want to take, 1, 2 or 3. So we'll start with number 1. Alright, those who have chosen red jasper. So group A, red jasper, what is the shadow aspect that you need to heal? What is causing you the biggest pain in your life at this time? The Fool, the Emperor, the Devil, OMG. Okay, so group 1, I feel some way the biggest challenge you are faced with at this time is making a new beginning. You find it very difficult to take a leap of faith. You find it very difficult to trust yourself and the universe. I believe a person who trusts the universe will always trust himself, and vice versa. If you trust yourself, you will also trust the universe. So somewhere there's lack of trust in yourself. You're not trusting the universe enough. You're not trusting that you are on the right path and the universe is taking care of you. Everything is happening in divine guidance. You're not trusting that aspect. So somewhere that is the shadow part of you, making new starts, making new beginnings, stepping forward and taking that, trusting yourself to do the right thing. Enjoying yourself. It can also be, being in joy, just care a hang for anybody and just move forward with your life. You can't do that. That is what you need to learn. Stop worrying about what people will think, what my family will think, what will they say, how will I appear to them, what would they think about me, they will call me names. Stop worrying about the people around you. You need to do what you need to do. You need to have faith. If the universe is telling you something, taking you on a path, have faith that you will be protected, guided, and that's the right path for you. Don't worry about what the world is barking around you. Take the leap of faith and move forward. That is what you need to learn. The Emperor, yes, somewhere I feel you also are too caught up in your patriarchal values about what a man should be or what a woman should be. It could be anyone who's listening. Please take it what resonates. So I feel even women, we believe, no, my son or my son should not do the work, or the husband should not do the work. I should provide for them, I should take care of the house, I should take care of their needs, I should cook, I should wash their clothes. And if you are thinking, that is also patriarchal thinking. So, when you don't treat the masculinity and the femininity equally, then you become in the patriarchal this. You can become a feminist also, thinking men are lower than you. You can be a patriarchal, thinking women are lower than you. Both thoughts, I believe, are wrong. We are always equal, and we have both the aspects within us. We ourselves have the masculinity and femininity within us. We need to honor both the things within us. Our masculinity is our go-getting ways, our great determination, our strength, our perseverance, our initiatives, our strength that we have. And our femininity is our creative side, our innovative side, our loving, caring, nurturing side. So both are equally important to be a balanced human being. Both are important to be a balanced, to have a balanced life. So we need to balance that aspect within ourselves first and then around us. Somewhere also in your family, this could also be a father figure, a boss, or anyone elder in the family whom you are intimidated by. So either you get scared of your boss, you can't open your mouth in front of him, you just say you are just a yes man in front of him, and you have been that for many years, or you are a yes man to your father or some uncle or any grandfather or any elder figure in your family who dominates you and you don't realize it, and you just feel out of love and respect you allow them to dominate you. So somewhere you need to learn to stand up in your own light. Let your own light shine rather than let yourself be dimmed in their light. So you need to allow your own mind to think and your own thoughts to, your own independent self, your own independent thoughts to prevail, to execute your own ideas rather than, just following them, holding the apron strings. So the third thing is the devil card. If you see this card, you're tied up in chains. So some way there are addictions that are bothering you. I don't know whose energy I'm picking at this time. Whoever this reading is, sorry if I'm triggering you, but this reading is meant to trigger. So I hope you take the necessary actions too. But I'm sure I'm going to today make a lot of enemies with the things I'm going to say. But so be it. If universe wants that, so be it. So this is the devil card. Devil is a card of being in the addiction energy. You're being tied by chains. So here you see a man and a woman. So somewhere it could be a relationship that you feel tied down to, or a habit, smoking, drinking, any vice, to overeating, getting too angry, not expressing your truth, running away from problems, or you have a sweet tooth, you are addicted to sweet when you should not be eating it, or you are lazy, or you're procrastinating, anything. It could be any habit that you have. You need to let go. You need to learn to break habits. You need to be strong enough. It shows, to break any habit, I feel we need a lot of mental strength. It's like you put the alarm at 6 o'clock but you don't wake up, you just keep snoozing it. So it takes a lot of grit and strength to get up and do that yoga or do that meditation that you're supposed to do, or whatever you decided to do in your life or work. So it takes a lot of grit and strength even to break those habits, bad habits. So it's time for you to get up and do that. Okay, now what are the fears or deepest, darkest fears that you are holding? This is matching this card. Wow, I want this to be here because it's matching this energy and the Ace of Pentacles. So somewhere I feel whoever's energy I'm connecting to is very fearful of moving forward on their own, to make long-term plans, to take any decisions, to make any new beginnings. Same cards, almost same energy. The Fool is about making new beginnings. This is Ace of Pentacles is also about making new beginnings, making a new start, giving a new proposal, starting something new overall. So somewhere I feel you are scared to make a new beginning, you are scared to make a long-term plan, you are scared to shake the comfortable, secure, stable tower that you have around you. You have even though it may be with the devil energy, it's tied and chained, though you feel tied and chained inside, but you feel very comfortable, stable and secure in this tower. So and you're scared that this lightning will break everything and you will fall on your head down. But you need to overcome this fear to, what you call it, shake the foundations of something that is not valid and that is not right in your life at this time. So, and you need to have the strength to move forward, make long-term plans, start something new. Let the old crumble. Without the old crumbling, the new cannot come into place. So you have to allow the old to die out. You have to allow old cycles to close. And if you saw my reading for the new moon, it is about, closing old cycles and beginning new ones. Sorry, I'm taking a sip of water. Okay. So we need to let go of these fears, to let the old crumble and the new to begin. Okay, now let's see what has caused these fears. Crown chakra, daydreams and decisions, sadness and isolation. So the crown chakra, that means some way you have not listened to your intuition, you are not connected to divine, you don't feel connected to the, divine source, to God or whatever. Like I had spoke about the same thing here. You're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your divine, you're not trusting your own intuition, you're not trusting the divine signs that are coming to you. The universe will always show you signs around you regarding which path you should take. Very subtle signs. The universe is always talking to us. We should be tuned in to know what the universe is trying to tell us. So somewhere you need to listen to your intuition and believe and trust in yourself and in the universe that it is taking you on the right path. Daydreams and decisions. This is the 7 of Cups card. So somewhere I feel you have too many options around you. And that's causing you a lot of confusion on the decision or the path that you need to take. Maybe it's a third party situation because we have the 3 of Rods here. But you need to center yourself, meditate yourself, let go of all illusions of safety, security, and what the world expects from you, and what beliefs and patterns you should follow, what is always done in your family, so it should be done by you also. So all those illusions and those that you are fantasies that you're holding on to, you need to get out of that and look at reality and take a realistic decision and take that leap of faith. Trust your intuition, take the leap of faith. Somewhere this is the 3 of Swords card. So somewhere your own hurt has caused this. Somewhere I feel past pains and hurts that you have faced. If you see this person is in the dark, and upside down, and he is lost in his own world. So he has isolated himself because of his sadness. Whenever he's sad, this person isolates himself rather than sharing his feelings and expressing his sadness to whoever has caused it, or speaking his truth and looking at his sadness, why he's hurt, and why he's allowing himself to be hurt by these people or by his situation, and taking concrete action to change it. He just withdraws and goes into his own shell. So you need to come out of this sadness and this isolation and let your light shine. Wake up, fly, open yourself to this light. Get out of this 3 of Swords and this hurt feelings, and open your heart to love again. You need to open your heart to new beginnings again, to love again, to accept people, and to let go of what is hurting you and paining you, and allow things that make you happy to come into your life. Let's see how we can heal these fears now. Conclusions are within reach. So somewhere you need to believe that the conclusions are within reach. It is time for you to look at your daydreams and sadnesses and isolation and come out of it. Trust in yourself and in the universe and come out of it, and make that decision to step out of your shell, or break that shell rather. Let this tower crumble. Let these bad habits go and make a new beginning. Balance spirituality and practicality. So somewhere you need to also balance spirituality with practicality. bring more spirituality into your life so that you can meditate more, trust yourself more, go within, get the answers within you, trust your own intuition, trust your own guidances that you're getting, trust in the answers the universe is giving you. So let's see what are the life lessons that we have come to learn here. Group 1. Leadership. Take charge of the situation. Wow, exactly what we learned here. So somewhere you need to learn to be the leader. Come out of the shadow of someone else. Come out of the shadow of whoever you are following in your life, and be the leader of your own life. Take the lead. Take charge of your own life. Take charge of your own situation. Do what is needed at this time, and to make the changes, to get out of this energy, to get out of these addictions, to get out of this tower. You need to take charge and make the necessary changes within yourself and your situation. Be decisive, be determined, have the courage, have the strength to move forward. Light and love, isn't that beautiful? Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light and love to this world. So somewhere I feel you are light workers who is watching this, number 1, and your purpose in this world is to find light and love first within yourself. Let your light shine. See, her heart is shining bright. She has grown her angel wings. So you need to understand that you are an angel. You have the power to spread love and light. So let your own light shine first. Come out of this darkness. Recognize your light. Open your heart so that your light can shine, and then spread this light to everyone else in the world. Wow, I love this. So let's see what guidance the angels and universe is giving to us. Can you believe it? Shit, you can't make this shit up. Second time you're getting crown chakra. We have crown chakra here, and we have crown chakra here again. Wow. It reads, pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance set in answer to your prayers. So guys, please believe your crown chakra is telling you, the universe is talking to you. Listen to it, trust your intuition, go within, meditate, pull tarot cards, do whatever you need to do, but go within, find your answers, take life coaching, take whatever is required, whatever you are guided to, pendulum dowsing, or whatever, Reiki, or whatever you need to do to heal yourself. Do it to trust yourself, believe in your intuition, and take the right decisions. Cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Wow. So somewhere this past negative thinking and these addictions have caused a lot of negative environment for you. So stop saying negative things. Stop fearing negative things will happen. This will never happen. We always have that inside us. Oh, this could possibly not happen to me. I don't deserve this. Nothing good will come out of this situation. No, this is not meant for me. I don't deserve it. So let go of all that. Trust in your light. Trust you deserve the best. Trust you are the best. Even if you have shadow aspects, even you have these fears, this addiction, everything, still you deserve the best. Because nobody is perfect. Even God is not perfect. We have seen that. Even our gods have faced a lot of difficulties and have gone through challenges. Our God stories are also very full of ups and downs. So as humans, we cannot expect to be perfect. So don't reject those negative parts of you. Accept them and throw light on them, and all those darkness that you have within you, the shadow self, throw light on it by healing, meditating. And the more light you throw on your dark aspects, the more lighter you will become, the more high vibration you will become. And cancel, clear, delete. If you say something negative, move your hand like this and say cancel, clear, delete, and you will wipe the effect of those negative words that you have said, and then say those words in a positive way. So for example, if you have said I won't be late, that's a negative connotation to that light. So rather than saying that I will not be late, change it. Say cancel, clear, delete, and then repeat. I will reach there on time. That's a positive way to say the same thing. So make positive affirmations, say the positive things, and positiveness will come into your life. The last guidance card I've pulled out is from the Animal Oracle deck. You have a Coyote. I focus my attention on my behaviors and their results in order to learn from the past. Yes, I was saying we need to look at ourselves, our behaviors, our patterns, our cycles. Where I am repeating the same behaviors, where I am repeating the same cycles, where I am being the same obnoxious self. Sorry guys, I'm just joking, okay. We all are obnoxious. We have that part within us. It's okay. That makes us a little exciting, doesn't it? Okay. Laughter and compassion for myself help heal emotional wounds. Yes. So be light. Don't take life so seriously. Have fun. Be playful. Life is not so serious. Tomorrow we don't know if we'll be alive or no. So be happy. Enjoy your life while you have it. And it starts with yourself. When you don't take yourself too seriously, and you have compassion for yourself. Laughter and compassion for myself help heal emotional wounds. You will heal your emotional wounds. It's okay, I made the mistake. I forgive myself. That is the best I knew at that time. But now I am moving forward. I will not repeat those mistakes. I have understood the lessons that I needed to learn here. They were destined. They were karma clearing. Let them go. Move forward. I stay with matters until they are settled, and then I understand them. I observe myself with loving kindness. I accept myself and have tolerance for my way of being as I learn and grow. So yes, the biggest lesson here is of self-love, self-acceptance, self-respect. So matching our reading today. So much, so perfect. That is what we need to do. Accept ourselves for what we are, the good, the bad, the ugly. Be kind and compassionate to yourself. That's okay. I made the mistakes. I did horrible things. We all have. It's okay. Even I have done that. We knew only that we did the best we knew at that particular given time. That's okay. We all make mistakes. Forgive, forget, and move forward. When we forgive ourselves, we'll be able to forgive others as well. So I hope you like this reading, group 1. Let's move on to group 2 now. If you like, do like, share and subscribe. And I would love to hear your comments also. I got some nice, lovely comments in the last pick a card reading, and I'm very happy, guys. I love to read you. I love to listen to you, how it resonated with you. So our second pile is the Green Aventurine. So let's see what is the shadow aspect that you are healing, group 2. Empress. Death. Wow. Moon. Wow. So I'm getting two different messages from this Empress card here. The shadow aspect of the Empress that you need to heal could be overgiving, over-loving, over-caring. I have seen many women do that in the house. They overgive to their husbands and their children. I feel it comes from a fear to keep that importance in their lives. They feel if they won't do enough, the children or the husband may not think they are as important in their life. So to claim their importance or to make their presence felt, they overdo the thing, caring and the loving. And so stop that, ladies. Love yourself, take care of yourself, draw your boundaries. Don't let people take advantage of you. Don't be giving so much that other person walks over you and doesn't care for you, doesn't respect you, doesn't value you. No, you have to be loving, caring, compassionate, but you need to draw your line of that so that others are also loving, caring, and compassionate and respectful to you. You cannot take shit just because you're loving and caring and compassionate. So that is the lesson you need to learn here, where to draw the line, where to draw your boundaries. That is what I'm getting here. The second message I'm getting is that maybe you need to learn to be loving, caring, compassionate. You have never done that in your life. You're very disciplinarian, you're very strict, you're very masculine in your ways, very authoritarian in your ways. And you need to be loving, giving, compassionate, kind. You have never given people that loving, compassionate self. So allow your loving, compassionate, kind, nurturing, sensual also. The Empress is also a very fertile and sensual energy. So be more sensual also. Be more in your body. Be more in your, have more fun. Be more playful. Yeah. Death. Guys, please don't get scared when you see the death card. It is not about someone dying. It's about endings. So somewhere you need to learn to end things. Wow, that's an amazing lesson that is coming here. So somewhere I feel you people are not learning where you need to draw the line, where you need to end things, and so that you can start something new. You keep dragging on things, you keep procrastinating or pulling things, or you are in a relationship that needed to end long back, but you are dragging that dead body along with you. So you need to learn to end relationships or situations or habits or addictions, whatever it is. You need to learn to bring endings into your life, because unless you remove something, once you remove a bad habit, you'll make space for a good habit. Once you remove a toxic person from your life, you'll make space for a loving person. Once you remove a bad job from your life, you'll have space for a better job in your life. So it's okay to end. It's okay to finish something that is long over. Find the strength to end. The Moon card is about emotions, about things that are hidden, that are not revealed, of people that are moody also. So this could also be a Cancerian in your life. That can also be possible, who needs to go. So somewhere you need to heal that aspect of you that is very dark and shadowy, that is self to others, that doesn't allow you to share your emotions, your thoughts, your beliefs, share yourself, get intimate with others, share your honest self with others. So somewhere you always keep things in the dark. You have the habit of hiding things. You have the habit of not revealing what is the truth. You have the habit of not expressing your emotions. You have the habit of staying in the dark, or if people hurt you also, you will never open up and say it. You will withdraw into your own darkness. So I feel these messages are coming to me with the Moon. So that is the lesson you need to learn. Let us see what are your deepest, darkest fears. Group 2. The High Priestess. Wow, it's coming right under the Empress. The Five of Cups. And the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay. So somewhere I feel your deepest, darkest fears are that you don't believe in your intuition. You're scared to go within. You are scared to believe in yourself. You are scared to listen to your own intuition, because it is very different from what the world is taught you or is saying to you at the moment. It is against the grain of everyone around you. The certain beliefs, patterns, or teachings that were taught to you, but now you are seeing something totally different. Your intuition is guiding you in a totally different direction, and you are scared to trust your intuition. You are scared to believe in yourself. My God, this is coming out very strongly. Even the number 1 got this, and now again even you are getting it. So somewhere guys, I feel we all are not trusting our intuition. We are not connecting with our own selves. We are depending too much on outside energies, outside messages or news or whatever or beliefs, teachings, patterns that we have. We are just using our mind. We are not using our soul and heart and intuition. a gut feeling. So it is showing you the truth, it is guiding you in the right path, so trust it. The second we have is the Five of Cups. So somewhere you fear losing everything. You fear that everything will get spilled over if you trust your intuition and you take the step forward, or you do what you are supposed to do. You will lose everything that you had. But remember, there are two cups behind you which you are not seeing. So you will gain also something. You may lose something, but you will gain something in this situation. But if you keep standing and looking at what you will lose, you will never be able to turn around and see what you will gain. And what you gain, the Two of Cups is always unconditional love. The Two of Cups represents divine unconditional love. So that is what you will gain, which is beyond this world. So concentrate on that. And any situation in life is about, everything has a price. I always say that nothing comes free in this world. If you want to change a job, it will come at a price. If you want to change a relationship, it will come at a price. If you want to change a habit, it will come at a price. It depends on whether you are ready to pay that price and what you want is worth it. You feel, yes, this is worth it. Any price for it is less. So if you have unconditional love and you feel that no, nothing in this world matches it, then no price is small enough for it, right? So remember that. Queen of Wands. So your fear is that you will not be able to take the action that you need to take, or the person in your life will not come out to be what you expect them to be. You are scared that you will not be able to take the right action, do the right thing, build your own kingdom, become the queen or king, whoever, or have things in control, be able to rebuild again the empire. If you destroy it, you will be able to rebuild it. You will be able to be in control. You will be prosperous, abundant, flourishing again. This is one of your fears, but you need to trust your intuition that the universe will always support you on this journey. You are never alone. Let us see what has caused these fears. We have Master, which is the Devil card again. We have Control, which is Strength. And we have New Vitality, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so somewhere I feel you have been trapped in some addictions, some habits, or some old relationships, or some situation that has blocked you, that has not allowed your heart to shine its light, that has kept your heart caged inside, and that has caused you to, it has been a very difficult journey for your heart. It has been very painful, very frustrating, and you feel very trapped in that particular situation, and that's the reason you feel that no, it will never end and I will never be able to. Maybe you were the Empress earlier, you were caring and nurturing, but it was not reciprocated, and due to that you caged your heart, you closed yourself to protect yourself. Of course, we do a lot of things to protect ourselves from hurt and pain. We become numb, we distract ourselves with TV and drugs and alcohol and isolate ourselves so that we don't have to go through that pain. But the sooner we experience that pain and we allow it and sit with it and heal it and transmute it, the sooner we will get out of this cage and we will be able to be free again. So somewhere you have a lot of love in your heart, but you have caged your heart. So you need to heal that pain. You need to let go of that fear that you will be hurt again, and you need to allow the light of shine from your heart. We have the Strength card or the Control card. So somewhere I feel you have been in a relationship where the other person was very controlling. It could be any relationship with your parents or your siblings or your spouse or anyone. But somewhere there was a situation where someone was trying to control you always, and that is what has caused this trauma of, you feel they are controlling you, and that's why you can't take any decision, and that's why you are looking at the empty cups that I have to live the rest of my life with this negative situation, with this unhealthy situation, with this nothing good will come out of it, and they control it. If I do anything, they will not let me do it, so I can't take my own decisions, I can't make my own plans in life. I have to follow their plan, I have to take their permission, and somewhere this control is causing you to be in this Five of Cups energy of feeling trapped and at a loss, feeling that there's no chance for you to find love again or to find a resolution to your problems. Somewhere it could also be that you are not being able to find this new vitality into you. You're not finding that passion within you, that strength within you. This could also mean that even the strength card, that you can't find the strength within you to take that big bold step that you need to take, to quit that job, to start your own business, to let go of your marriage, or to propose to someone, whatever it may be your situation. Please apply whatever is to your situation, whatever resonates with your situation. So somewhere you are not finding it within you to get that passion and that strength to move forward, because you're not trusting your intuition that the direction you take will be right or wrong. You have made mistakes in your life that has trapped you in unhealthy situations, so you're scared to make the same mistake again. But remember, nothing is a mistake. It is all a path that is teaching us some lessons. Even this mistake has taught you many lessons. It was karma cleared. So don't hold on to that mistake, don't hold on to that decision. And remember, whatever decision you take, you will always reach the destiny that you were supposed to reach. Whether you take this path or this path, you will always reach here. Life will always take you exactly where you're supposed to be, when you are supposed to be, with whom you are supposed to be. Trust that. Have that faith in yourself. And that will help you get out of this cage. Let's see how you can heal this situation. Emotions are running high. Okay. So currently your emotions are running very high. Group 2. So you need to express your emotions. I feel this is what the supermoon, this card is trying to tell you. You are feeling very highly emotional at this time, but don't withdraw, don't cage your emotions, don't try to control your emotions. Breathe them out, speak them out, express them, and speak your truth. Say what you feel. Say how you're feeling, whether it is good, bad, or ugly. Speak it out. People who love you will always appreciate it, will always respect it when you speak your truth. Whether it is good, it is for them, against them, they will always respect it, and they will stay by your side even if you hurt them or you speak your truth that is not good for them. And that's what the type of people you need around you, right? People who love and appreciate you for what you are completely, the good, the bad and ugly, who accept you for what you are, who are not loving you just for the mask you're wearing or that persona that you have created of being a good boy or a good girl. No, we don't want that fake love. We don't want that fake persona. We want the authentic self, the truth to come out, and we want to see who will stand by us after the truth has come out. Those are the real people who should be in your life. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So this matches, I feel, very well with this card. Don't feel that you are destined for this miserable life and nothing good will come out of it, or things that never go right for me. I always mess things up. I always say the wrong things. I always hurt people. I have never done anything right. No, nothing is set in stone. You can always correct yourself and you can always take a new step forward. You can always ensure that new vitality comes into you, and you bring this back into your life, the new vitality, the new passion, the new strength into yourself again. Be that child again, be that enthusiastic person again, be the honest and truthful person again that you were as a child, and then see how that vitality will return, how you can change your situation, you can change your life, and you can change your path. What are the life lessons that you are come to learn here? We have flowers, Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So somewhere I feel this card is talking about spreading happiness. With flowers bring happiness to everyone. So somewhere you need to, I think, do more for Mother Gaia. That is what the message is coming. Do more for the earth. Take more action towards, get in some earth related projects. Start a garden. Start growing flowers. Spend more time in nature. And that is your life path. And these flowers, grow different types of flowers and then gift people flowers. Somewhere it is your life purpose and it will bring more happiness into your life. Freedom, wow. You are free to do what you choose. Exactly. So somewhere the lesson you need to learn is freedom. How perfect is this? How perfect is this? You're feeling trapped here, you're feeling trapped here, you're feeling trapped here, you're feeling trapped here, and the lesson you're coming to learn is freedom. So remember, you always have a choice. You always have a choice to be free, to break the shackles of the situation that you are in, or to stop listening to the people that are misguiding you, or to let go of the job that is causing you to be messed up or is causing you pain, anxiety, anxiousness, relationships, habits, addictions. You have the strength, you have the choice to always stop right now. It's just a question of saying no and now. So you always have a choice to be free. Whether you take it or no is up to you. Stop being in that victim mentality and get out and take action. You will need to take the action to change your life. Nobody is going to come to change your life. Nobody is going to come and make the changes in your life. It will not happen dramatically and magically by the universe. Will not do it. Remember, God helps those who help themselves. You are the person who needs to make those changes, who needs to make those decisions, who needs to clean the shit in your life. So remember, if you want to be free of all the pain, anger, anxiety, anxiousness, unhappiness that you have in your life, you are the one who has to make the choice to be free. You are the one who has to put in the effort, take the action, be bold, be strong. Okay, now let's see what guidance are we getting. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Wow. Okay. Your angels want to help you with this situation. However, they require your permission before they can intervene in your free will choices. Yes. So you have the freedom to decide what path you wish to take, what free will choices you wish to take. Once you make this decision, no, I want to get out of this situation, you can ask your angels to help you, and the universe will work things around and make things easy for you so that everything moves smoothly. The transition will happen smoothly. You will be supported mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially during this transition and this change. Trust that the universe will support you. Make this decision. Your angels are waiting for you to ask their help. Base chakra. Wow. Choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career, and finances, as your words determine your outcome. Even in the last number 1 we got this, choose positive thoughts. So only choose positive thoughts to describe your life. Don't say it's fucked up, it's, sorry for my French, or it's, my job is so horrible and my boss is horrible, my employer is horrible, and my this is this, and my wife is bad, and my husband is not correct, my children mess my in-laws are like this. Stop complaining, stop speaking negatively. See the good in everything, see the good in everyone. And every situation has come to teach you a lesson. Maybe if you have a horrible boss, it's because you need to leave that job and start your own business or take another job, which is you'll get a better, more suited job to your temperament and to your package or whatever, to your passions and more suited to your personality. So everything is coming to make you do what you are supposed to do. Things get difficult. I have seen one thing in my life. The universe gives us indication through intuition about what we should do in our life, what changes we need to make, what we need to let go, what we need to hold, not, hold on too tightly to. But we don't listen. We are so scared. No, 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 I can't leave this job. What if I don't get? What if this happens? What if that happens? We don't. And then the universe again pushes us. Then again pushes us slowly. And then the pushes become a little harder and harder. And then when we don't listen, it starts giving us slaps. Patak, patak, we get on our back. Yeah, we get a kick in our butt. Get out of this place, stupid fellow, stupid woman. Can't you understand? You're not supposed to do this. Go, I have a better job for you. I have a better business for you. Start that. So the universe makes it more and more difficult for us. It makes those people hurt us more and more so that we will let go of that place, that situation, that life that is not meant for us, and move to a higher life that is more suited to us. So don't take it personally, move on. The animal card for you is owl. Wow, owl. Like my owl, he looks so similar. Owl is my power animal, yes. So we have hidden intentions, masks and illusions are revealed to me. Knowledge and wisdom regarding secrets are revealed to me when needed. It's easy for me to see the unseen and hear the unsaid. I acknowledge my intuition and trust it. It is my intention to improve my spiritual sight and clairvoyant capabilities. So I think number 2, you are clairvoyant, you have the High Priestess card here, you have a lot of intuition, you have psychic abilities, you come to know things in advance, you can read people's energies, you can feel their problems, you are an empath, you're a light worker, but you're not listening to that part of you. So the owl is telling you, listen to it, you have the abilities, let those abilities come out, follow your spiritual sights, follow your spiritual guidance, get more spiritual. You are supposed to help and use these abilities to help others. Okay, group 2, I hope these readings resonated with you. If they did, do like, share and subscribe. And thank you for coming here. Now let's move on to group 3. Group 3, we have the amethyst. Those who chose the amethyst, let's see what are the shadow aspects you need to heal. We have the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Tower. Alright. So group 3, I feel somewhere, because we have the Marriage card and the Love card, and then we have the Tower card, I feel somewhere you are in a situation or in a marriage. The lesson you need to learn about is relationships. Definitely very strongly coming relationships. The definition of love, the definition of marriage, and breaking marriages, breaking those structures, breaking what you thought was solid and comfortable and secure. So some way these both cards are of, even the Hierophant stands for something that is safe, secure, old traditional beliefs, patterns, generations of things going on, the traditions and values and beliefs and patterns. So some way you need to let go of these beliefs, patterns. They are not serving you anymore now. They were good 200 years ago, but they are not good now in this new age and time, and they don't suit you. Every individual is different. You can't have everyone behave in the same manner or follow the same rules that are, the archaic rules that are going on since centuries. So create your own rules, and I feel somewhere these people, number 3, you are in marriages that are not serving you right, that are not good for you at the moment, and some way you need to get out of that marriage. You need to learn what love is. You need to learn what true love is, that is guided by divine and angels. These are marriages, I feel, contracts which families create between each other. Most marriages I see, 90% now, I know I'm dwelling on a very controversial topic. I can face a lot of backlash for it. I may trigger many people. So I'm sorry, this is nothing personal, I'm just giving the messages that are coming to me. But I have seen 90% of marriages are just convenience. The reason the marriage happened has nothing to do with love. It's family, convenience. They are business deals. Some marriages are money, based on money. Some are based on looks. Some are based on status and anything. But everything and anything rather than money. Arranged marriages because of family pressure, whatever. So these marriages are bound to fail, and that's why today we see more and more people are in bad marriages. The marriages are bound to fail because you didn't marry the person because you loved them unconditionally, because you matched mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically with them. No, you just married them for various other reasons, and so they are bound to clash. They are bound to go down the drain because those reasons will never keep a relationship going for long. They will lose their sheen in the initial months or years. So hence you see nowadays more and more people are looking outside for love, more and more bad marriages. But because of that belief that no, marriages should not be broken, divorce is a bad thing, people are holding on to those bad marriages, but they're having illegal, or I won't say illegal, or whatever you can use the word for it, they're having affairs around outside. They are searching for love outside the marriage. They are moving around with other people, or they love other people who give them that love and the understanding that is lacking in their marriage. But because of their old beliefs and traditions, they're not letting go of that marriage. They're still in that marriage, but in this relationship too, which I'm seeing a lot. Trust me, 90% cases that come to me, I see this. And I never condone it. This is very wrong. I feel it's not wrong to break a marriage. I did too. When it doesn't work for you, break it. I know it has a consequence. I know there is a lot of backlash. I know it is very difficult for a woman, so we hang on to it. It is also difficult for a man, so they hang on to it. But end of the day, it's just causing you pain, and then being in multiple relationships is just going to cause you a lot of guilt, anxiety, anger, unfulfilledness, confusion, and for everyone involved. So it's better to be honest, let go of something that is not working for you, cut it off, be nice. I'm not saying harm that person or don't be fair to the person. Be fair, be nice, remain friends, but let it go. You can always support the person even by being friends. But be true to yourself, be authentic to yourself, stand in your truth, accept the relationship that you have, give respect to the person who's giving you love, and stand up for what you feel is right. And stop fearing this breaking down of the traditional that you have built around yourself, the societal palace, or what you call it, castle in the air of everything is fine in our marriage. Everything is good. You show the world, we are the perfect match. On paper, everything is perfect looks, perfectly financially perfect, matching, status matching, everything matching. But inside, you both don't love each other. Once the doors are closed to the world, you both are just gnawing at each other and causing each other pain. That doesn't make any sense. So let that outside, that castle in the air, crumble and let it go and stand up for love. Love is the only thing, is the most beautiful emotion, and it's the strongest emotion in the world. It's the biggest power in the world. Krishna came to show us that there's nothing greater in this world than love. Love can conquer everything. Love can heal everything. Love has the biggest strength in this world. So always stand up for a relationship that has love in it. Nothing else. So let's see, what are your deepest, darkest fears? We have the Nine of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So somewhere I feel your darkest fear is letting go. breaking this relationship. You are persevering. You want to remain in this relationship. It has hurt you. It has damaged you. It has caused you a lot of pain. But still you are holding on to. You think if I persevere, things will change. If I persevere, maybe now she will understand or he will understand. Maybe now he will love me the way I want. Maybe now he will understand me the way I want. But you are just hurting yourself. You are just holding on to empty things. It will not work. So you need to let go. That is the message I'm getting here. Or it could also mean that you need to persevere if you are facing challenges in finding your love. Then persevere in that direction. You will find the right love in your life. Keep persevering. Don't let go. Queen of Cups. So somewhere you are also scared to express your emotions. You are scared that you will be hurt. You are scared that you won't be understood. You are scared that people will misuse your gullibility or your vulnerability. You are scared that you will be taken advantage of, or you have been taken advantage of previously in your previous relationships or in your previous birth, whatever it may be in this life or previous lives. So somewhere you are scared to express your emotions because of that. You have tied your emotions and kept them inside because you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to be taken advantage of again. You don't want to be you don't want to cause yourself more pain and anxiety. You're also scared of not finding the people to support you. If you take a decision, if you break this tower, what will happen? You will lose the team that is around you. You will lose the support and guidance of the people who are around you. Somewhere that is also the biggest fear that you are carrying. That if you make this decision, you will hurt yourself. And you will lose everyone who's around you. Okay. Now let's see what has caused these fears. Move. This is the Chariot card. The base chakra. Teach. This is again the Hierophant. We got this Hierophant twice. Wow. So what has caused these fears is this is the Chariot card, the move, the love card, the victory card. So somewhere in your past relationship or in your past lives maybe, you have not been able to, you went towards some love but you did not receive it. You got yourself into a marriage hoping for love but it didn't happen, and it caused you a lot of pain and anger and anxiety and heartbreak, and you were hurt in all your relationships. You were hurt a lot. You were taken advantage of. People didn't value you. Your confidence was broken. You were treated in a bad and unfair way, and that's the reason you feel you will lose again. You will be a loser again. You will not, even if you move forward in the current relationship or you let go of this and you try to find a new person. That new person will also hurt you. So it's better that this current person hurts you. That is the type of mentality I'm getting here. That either ways I'm going to get pain. So I rather stick to this relationship. At least, my tower is safe and my team is safe and everyone is there for me. So this is a false happiness and the false castle that you have built. So it will crumble sooner or later. It will crumble. So you need to let go of these fears that are there, that if things have failed 100 times, the 101 will also fail. Or the 101 will also cause me pain, and you have to give it a chance. You have to give it your heart. You have to trust that the universe will teach you something here. And all those hurt, pains, angers and past broken heart relationships, they all came to teach you a lesson. They all were past karma. Maybe you had some past life karmas with them that they came to fulfill, that some lessons that they came to teach you. You have learned those lessons. You have cleared those karmas. So move forward. Don't hold on to that pain and that hurt. Let it go. It was meant to be. Maybe in a previous life you hurt them more than that and you just cleared a karma in this life. So bring that understanding, bring that knowledge within you, and let that guilt, that anger, that pain, that resistance, everything go. Open your heart to love. Let the light shine. Base chakra is again the Muladhara chakra. The base chakra is the chakra of money, materialistic abundance, the safety, security, again the Hierophant type of things, Taurian things, materialistic, Venus energy, the abundance that I have around me, what will happen. So some way, maybe because of a relationship you were asked to give up something, maybe in this life or previous life, because of love you had to give up all your materialistic goods, or you saw people around you that, or they are, there is a lot of honor killing that happens in India, right? So you saw people lost their lives, you saw people lost their money and their inheritance and their other things, and they lost all the abundance they had in their life. So somewhere that fear is also affecting you. You are scared that you will lose everything that you have built currently around you if you move ahead. So that is also one fear. I'm getting a feeling this fear is coming from a previous life also. Then we have the Hierophant again. So you are scared again because of your traditional beliefs and your traditional teachings and the societal expectations, the church or the religious factors, the religious teachings, the religious beliefs of the people, your own and the people around you. You feel you will break that, you will go against God, you will go against what the church says or the temple says, or whatever religion you follow, your religion says. So some way you are scared that you will not be able to, you will be going against that, and that may also be blocking you. Some way you also scared that maybe if you remarry you will not get that same happiness again, and you will just be creating a lot of ruckus for no reason, and back in the same cycle. So all these fears are blocking you at this time. Let's see how can you heal this. Let's see how you can heal this. Expect powerful change. Yes, the new moon eclipse. So somewhere I feel that you have to let go of these fears that you are having and expect that this time will be different. If I failed 100 times doesn't mean I will fail the 101 time also. This time it will be different. I have learned the lessons. Yeah, that goes, that you have heard, you have understood all these lessons that life has come to teach you. All these incidents have come to teach you. All these people have come to teach you. Then the powerful change will happen. Once you have learned the lesson, automatically when you change, the world around you changes, isn't it? You are very close to achieving your goal. Wow. Group 3, you are going to achieve your goal very soon. So you have learned the lessons, you have done your healing. So trust that you are very close to achieving your goal. And a powerful change is coming. So your life is going to change. Love will come to you. Truth will be said. New beginnings will come. Let's see what are the life lessons you are supposed to learn on this life path. Career change. You are embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desired. So wow. So yeah, this very much is for those people who are in careers or jobs or businesses that are not satisfying their soul, that are irritating them, that are making them short-tempered, that are making them feel frustrated, that are making them feel trapped and in victim mode. So remember, career change is coming forward, but you need to make that change yourself. You need to make a conscious decision for that career to change, and have faith that everything, you are very close to achieving your goal. Family. Loving your family and friends is central to your life purpose. Wow. So you need to love your family and your friends. So these are somewhere the two Hierophant cards. I feel that they are emphasizing the importance of family in your life. But remember one thing, family is not just what we have in blood or on paper. Family is our soul family, our tribe, people who resonate with us, people who understand us, people who love us, who are always there for us, who will stand with us when in our difficult times, who will support us in our difficult times, who will uplift us and encourage us in our life when we are down. That is the real family that we have. So redefine the family definition of family that you have, redefine the people who are your family in your life. The guidance we are getting is the sacral chakra. It says you are highly sensitive to chemicals, additives, processed foods and energies right now. Respect your sensitivities by avoiding harsh items, situations and relationships. So somewhere, because you are so much in between this change, I feel emotions are running high, so you are getting very sensitive. You are releasing, we all are at this time actually. Everyone is becoming so sensitive. We are getting irritated fast, we are getting frustrated fast. People are losing their temper, saying things they don't mean, acting in ways they don't mean. So keep away from, don't eat or drink things that cause you to be hyper. Don't give in to your addictions. Don't give in to harsh people or toxic things. Don't eat chemicals induced foods. Don't eat junk foods. Don't eat have fresh organic food that will help you clear your energies. Meditate, do things that will help you clear your energies. Keep away from harsh, don't see violent movies, don't talk about violence, don't be with people who are violent and agitated all the time. So somewhere that will help you become peaceful and calm. Then we have Archangel Michael. You are working very closely with this powerful archangel who is protecting and guiding you through this situation. Wow. So believe that you are protected and guided. Don't fear to make the changes that you need to make in your life, in your relationships, in your job, business, whatever. Take it what it resonates for your situation. Make the changes and believe you are protected by the angels and guides, masters, gods, whoever you believe in. Universe is supporting you. Everything will happen for your good. You will be supported. Abundance will be there. You will be taken care of. Trust that. Let's see the animal card here. We have rabbit. I pause and reflect on the patterns revealed to me. Yes, it's very important to reflect on the patterns, our own cycles, our own behavior patterns, our own reactive ways, our own triggers. We need to work on that. Different perspectives give me insight and understanding. So if people are pointing something out to you, don't take it as a negative aspect. Don't take it as criticism. Take it as a feedback and try to look into that insight and understanding. Maybe they are right. It is easy for me to give birth to ideas. Yes, sacral chakra is also the chakra of creativity. Be creative. My creative endeavors come to fruition. I find balance with the cycles of life. Wow. So somewhere the sacral chakra and this card are also matching. So you need to, sacral and rabbit they say is also about sexuality. Sacral chakra is about sexuality. So I feel somewhere you need to indulge in your sexual self also. You need to accept your sexuality. You need to accept your we keep running away from our sexual side. Somewhere it's considered a sin. Somewhere we are told that no, that's not right. This is bad. You should not talk about it. You should not speak about it. You should not share about it. You should not. But unless you don't express it in a healthy way, I'm not condoning anything. I'm not saying anything is good or bad. I'm just saying everything is necessary in our life, but in a healthy, balanced way. And we need to find that balance. We need to find that healthy expression of ourselves. If you are going to feel frustrated and suppressed, that suppressed sexual energy will reveal itself in aggression and anger and frustration, and in other ways that energy. So express yourself in healthy ways so that you can be more creative and more at peace with yourself and with everyone else around you. So, Group 3, I hope these messages resonated with you. If they did, do like, share and subscribe. And thank you for taking the time to be here for this reading. Thank you. Namaste. Stay safe. Stay home. Be happy.